Now today let us discuss activity law of movement. The title of activity is law of movement. Aim of activity is to determine unknown weight by using law of movement. Now let us first see what is movement. Movement means movement of force. Now movement of force is a quantity which produces rotational motion in the body. Now let us see how rotational motion is produced in the body. Now for that consider this scale. This is meter scale having 0 at the center, and on left hand side there are 50 divisions. On the right hand side also there are 50 divisions. Now this scale remains in horizontal position only if we suspend it at center of gravity. Now center of gravity is a point through which whole weight of a body is acting vertically downward. Now for symmetrical body, center of gravity is at the point of symmetry. This meter scale is also symmetrical body. Therefore center of gravity is at its point of symmetry, that is at geometrical center, that is at 0. It is exactly at 0, but it may be slightly towards right hand side to the 0 or to left hand side to the 0 because of uneven mass distribution, which is a manufacturer fault. Now in this case it is exactly at 0. Now if I apply some force by attaching this unknown weight on one side of the meter scale, and if I keep its distance, that is distance of this unknown from this center is 10 centimeter, then due to this weight, this scale will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. Now therefore, because of this force, there is anti-clockwise rotation produced in the scale. Now this anti-clockwise rotation depends on two factors. One is the force applied, and second is the distance of this force from axis of rotation. Now what is axis of rotation? It is a straight line passing through the center of this scale, and about that straight line this body will rotate. Now therefore this is axis of rotation about which the body rotates. Now this force or this unknown weight produces rotational motion in anti-clockwise direction. Now we can have again exact horizontal position of this scale by applying some other force on the other side of the scale, in such a way that the scale will again remains horizontal. Now this is known weight having weight 40 gram, and we adjust its distance in such a way that it will produce rotational motion in clockwise direction. Now the anti-clockwise rotation and clockwise rotation, when they are exactly equal in magnitude and as they are in opposite direction, they cancel each other and the scale remains in horizontal position. Now therefore moment of force is a quantity which produces rotational motion in the body, and moment of force depends on the force and perpendicular distance between axis of rotation and line of action of force. Now the force, therefore moment of force is a product of force and perpendicular distance. but force is equal to mass into gravitational acceleration, and acceleration is constant everywhere. Value of g is constant everywhere. Therefore, we consider only product of mass and perpendicular distance, that is, it is m into r. Now, clockwise movement is equal to anti-clockwise movement. Now, therefore, m1r1 must be equal to m2r2. When m1r1 is equal to m2r2, then the scale remains in horizontal position. Now, this m1 is our unknown mass. Then its distance from axis of rotation is 10 centimeter, which is r1. Then m2 is known mass, which is 40 gram, and its distance from axis of rotation is 15.4 centimeter. Now this is our first reading. Now let us write this reading in our observation table. Now this is a figure for our activity. Then this is formula for our activity. M1 R1 is equal to M2 R2. Therefore, M1 is equal to M2 R2 upon R1. Now we take the R1, that is distance of unknown mass from axis of rotation 10 centimeter. Then M2 is 40 gram. R2 comes out as 15.4 centimeter. Therefore, M2 R2 is 616 gram centimeter, and we divide it with R1. Therefore, unknown mass comes out to be 61.6 gram. Now let us take second observation. Now for second observation, we add weight of 20 gram to known weight. Now known weight becomes 60 gram. Now the unknown weight and its distance from axis of rotation is fixed, but we change this known weight. Therefore, we have to adjust its distance. Now let us adjust the distance so that scale remains in horizontal position. Now scale remains in horizontal position, and the distance of this known mass, that is 60 gram, from axis of rotation is 10.1 centimeter. Now let us note down this second observation in our observation table. Now for second observation, again R1, that is distance of unknown mass from axis of rotation is 10 centimeter. Our known mass is 60 gram. Its distance from axis of rotation is 10.1 centimeter. M2 R2 is 606 gram centimeter. We divide it with 10, that is R1, and it comes out to be 60.6 gram. Now let us take third observation. Third observation, we add the weight of 20 gram to this known weight. Now known weight becomes 80 gram. Now the position of unknown mass and the magnitude of unknown mass is fixed. Now we have to adjust the distance of known mass from axis of rotation so that the scale remains in horizontal direction, in horizontal position. Now therefore distance of known mass from axis of rotation is 7.8 centimeter. We also observe this fact that as we increase known mass, its distance from axis of rotation will decrease. Now let us note this third observation in our observation table. For known mass 80 gram. Now for known mass 80 gram, the distance from axis of rotation is 7.8. Now therefore M2R2 is 624 gram centimeter. Divide it with 10 centimeter, which is R1, therefore it is 62.4 gram. Now therefore these are the three readings for unknown mass. Now let us find its average or mean, and its average comes out to be 61.5 gram. Now this is our final result, 61.5 gram. This is our unknown mass. Now we stop here for today.